Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Just gonna do a nice, quick and easy little live today. Really, I wanted to go over the Austin small business, City of Austin economic development, small business curriculum, part of the kind of like a series basically that's going on this week in Austin from the City of Austin's economic development department. Uh, we went there today and checked it out. There was a dope little class. They have a bunch of free classes. A lot of this information that I'm going to talk about can actually be found on smallbizaustin.org. So you just go to smallbizaustin.org and you can find a lot of this information. But what's going on, everybody? It's Billion Dollar Business Banana coming at you live, 2024. I hope you guys are doing all right this year. I hope you're having a fantastic new year, great new year. Just talking about the small business City of Austin economic development. Went to it today. Had some awesome classes. They've got a series of classes that they're running this week and through this week of January. So I'm trying to check out as many as I possibly can. We went to the one today. This was the packet that we got. A nice little folder has a so it actually came with nice little card, right? It had the card in there, as you can see. Nice little pamphlets. Has this cool little City of Austin, Shane Alvarez business card for small business, family business loan officer for so small businesses for economic development department of Austin, phone number, all that good stuff. So I guess what I'm getting at here in this video is, listen, if you want to do business, you want to do business the right way. This is your year. This is really your year, and you're going to treat it that way, like it's 2024. Then listen, this is the way to do it. Do it the official way. That's how I'm doing it. Going through the city, about to prove to this city that you can, run a business being a banana. Yeah, as a banana, as your business, as your brand. So that's part of my goal for this year. Um, but it looks like there's actually, yeah. So we actually have a little pamphlet that has more of the classes and class dates on it. It's looking like, so yeah, there was stuff going on. They have a pre-recorded section. Again, a lot of the stuff is at smallbizaustin.org, and they host a lot of these the tickets and stuff on Eventbrite. So shout out to Eventbrite and all the fun people have with them. But no offense. Shout out to Eventbrite. It's cool software, cool company. Shout out. So yeah, it looks like February 7th, they're running the learn how to create better marketing content. February 8th, increase awareness with search marketing. 13th, Biz Aid business orientation. 16th, February 16th, they're doing a marketing 101, building your strong brand, and then marketing 102, social media essentials. 21st is how to fund your co-op startup. 27th, starting a nonprofit in Texas, and 28th, fundraising strategies for nonprofits. So, look, y'all, as you can see, there's a lot of the stuff. I hope that's reading right. I'm not sure if it's backwards or forwards, but it's cool to see that the city is offering stuff like this, especially free classes to Austinites kind of around the city. Something I took advantage of, and it was actually pretty cool. It was in the, I guess, City of Austin's building, um, and it was just in a nice little kind of like a classroom, conference room type setting. They had projectors, displaying a bunch of information. It went really really well. Provided this workshop workbook. Okay, workshop workbook right here. On the back, it's got some more cool stuff. Here's a QR code. Feel free to scan that QR code if you have a second. If it's scannable, let me make sure I can make it scannable for y'all, just in case. But yeah, this is the workbook right here. City of Austin's Economic Development Department, Small Business Division, workbook, workshop, create a marketing plan and calendar. So that was part of what we did during the workshop today, was create a plan, create a calendar. Um, Came with these cool little slides and stuff, and just some more information about the Small Biz Austin. It's a bunch of kind of a, looks like there's a series of certificates that you can complete. in order to be certified through the city. So definitely something I'm going to look into. But it came with a bunch of different little slides, um, kind of cool little workbook, cool slides. The presenter, her name was Julie Neoff. She was the founder and CMO of Distance Learning Media, distancelearningmedia.org. Check them out. Yeah, great speech, great kind of presentation done today. Very knowledgeable. Definitely someone that I'm glad that the economic development department chose to speak today. She was super just on point. Had a ton of information, great information. I would have grabbed some B-roll from the event today, but I just kind of wanted to go there and absorb the information, right? Um, so yeah, the premise of the entire kind of workshop was building out a marketing plan, ideas and strategies behind that. um, we went over just a bunch of stuff, the workbook. There's a toolkit that was provided, which actually provided a bunch of like really cool apps and different software and kind of stuff I'll go over here in a minute. Mainly for again, this whole workshop was designed around building out a marketing plan, right? And so your marketing plan in general, it's going to be kind of this living document that is, it's mainly for finances, right? Kind of calculating your marketing finances as well as your campaign finances, alongside a document that can be presented to investors, right? Potential investors, people that are looking into, um, spending more time with you and your business and help taking things to the next level. Part of that is having a living document as this marketing plan that has financial info on it, right? So we went over basically starting a simple plan. Basics like having a USP, which stands for unique selling proposition, um, which is there was also the SWOT assessments, which is SWOT, but it's what was it? Set goals with objectives, strengths, weaknesses. Okay, no, SWOT is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And so we kind of went over them. And then kind of the what you're doing with the marketing plan is you're defining and you're expanding your audiences. So I found that pretty interesting, defining and expanding your audiences. And then we kind of dove into basically how you would do that. Oh yeah, we went over like a mission statement as well, which in your mission statement essentially you want to define what, why, and the purpose behind your business, your brand, your passion, your company, whatever it is you're doing. So I kind of came up with a couple of them. So for Billion Dollar Business Banana, this would be our potential mission statements, right? It's going to be bringing joy and serving others by creating appealing digital content and going bananas. So that's kind of my first one. Second one could be a little bit more simplified. It would go like this: serving joy to others through digital comedy, or serving others joy through digital comedy by going bananas, or and going bananas, something along those lines. So I've got some ideas that I'm kind of working on and cooking up. We went over strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. I kind of listed out some of mine, listed out goals, and we defined goals as being, like, listen, for 2024, this is going to be one of those years where we're focusing on our goals and achieving those goals. So we defined it as your goals are equal to your big picture ideas or destinations, right? And then your objectives are going to be the steps along the way to reach your goal. So you'll have multiple objectives in order to reach one big goal. And you could have multiple big goals, right? But that also means you're going to have multiple step-by-step objectives in order to reach those big goals. Um, so I found that pretty interesting. Uh, Campaigns, we went over planning out like a marketing campaign, and something a key takeaway from the whole kind of presentation was measuring your responses and kind of your KPIs, your key performance indicators, measuring a lot of this stuff, but then doing something with it, right? Like measuring the KPIs, or maybe measuring the returns on putting out a piece of content figuring out that piece of content isn't really working, and so remixing it, DJing it, changing it up, however you want to say it. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then also considering how no response is a response, and even recording that data and information. And so in my mind, it brought me to how like saying no response is a response kind of reminds me of how like zero is nothing, but it's also a number. So found that interesting. We went over buyer personas, which I kind of referred to them as user avatars. Um, multiple audiences, demographics, kind of what are the commonalities between demographics and your audiences. Um, Kind of went over some small business ideas, using software in order to measure things. I wanted to also kind of touch on how I say content DJing, but they during this whole the business training it was content repurposing. So I actually do like that phrasing. I like the way of putting that, repurposing content. Um, and I came up kind of with some ideas. He talks about how you have kind of a sphere of influence. You can reach out to these people, do a little bit of network. Something that I found super helpful from this whole presentation was creating themes and then basically aligning those themes or correlating those themes with the months of the year, right? So, kind of like what's going on locally, nationally, globally, and then working that into your strategy, your content strategy. So that's a lot of what I'm going to be continuing to do and just kind of start to do more of as I kind of post more on here on YouTube, on TikTok, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, I guess on X, on LinkedIn, whatever. Um, yeah, and just kind of celebrating business milestones, business anniversaries, things that are easy to kind of look past, but are still great, fantastic pieces of content. Again, y'all, a lot of this information can be found on smallbizaustin.org, so be sure you're checking that out. Yeah, we went over themes. I actually set out and did I still have to write out my weekly themes, but I went ahead and wrote out monthly themes in order to kind of have an idea of hey, what's a consistent piece of content that I could post every single day that's gonna be easy for me to post, but also like what's something repetitive that I do every single day. So that's something that during this presentation I kind of shared with the group was like, well, listen, going to the gym and working out and going for a run, this is something I do every single day. It's just about every single day, but something I do every single day, so it's really easy for me to take my phone, go on a workout, snap a photo, and then upload it to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even YouTube now. It does YouTube posts. And then within each of the ways that you can upload to these platforms, you can add on different, music, sound effects, different GIFs, different stickers, just different effects and filters. And once you do that, you're kind of adding more to those platforms. So this is going to lead you to just use it more and um, really take advantage of that local audience that's going to be around you. Because that was we kind of started touching on geofencing during the presentation, um, but that's something I've discovered to be very fascinating and interesting. Is like utilizing literally your radius of people that are around you. You know what I mean? It's little Billy Banana. That's right. It's a banana man. All right, so that was it. It was really just kind of a really dope thing. Small business division, economic development, city of Austin. Um, they have more classes, and they also provided like a ton of industry resources and information. Something I found like super interesting was the A to Z databases, which is like a huge database that gives you a bunch of people's information as far as like phone numbers, email addresses, gives you business information in order for you to like actually reach out to businesses, send them emails, hit them up on like Facebook, LinkedIn, DM them a message on Instagram, bunch of different ways that you can reach out. So that was kind of my thinking and my ideas. That was the experience I had today. So shout out to Austin, shout out to the city of Austin and the economic development department. Something I will be kind of joining in and doing a lot more of and taking advantage. It's very cool. Got this dope little folder. So I had a good time, learned a lot. Shout out to the city of Austin. Um, and I think that's going to conclude today's episode. There's not much more going on this evening. This has been Billion Dollar Business Banana coming at you live 2024. Take care, y'all. Have a great evening.